What's up, everyone? John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here, and I've got a question for you. What's the difference between this Samsung Galaxy S3 and this Samsung Galaxy S3? This one was intended for the US market. This one is supposed to be unlocked, available for anyone. But there's a catch. This guy, not built by Samsung. There are a lot of fake electronics out there, a lot of people looking to take advantage of those buying cell phones and tablets on the internet. So if you see something that looks to be too good a deal, chances are it probably is. Let's go ahead and take a look at this guy, and I'll tell you what to look for when you buy some electronics. Alright, so here is the box of the fake Samsung Galaxy S3, and on first blush, it looks pretty good. It says Samsung Galaxy S3, the fonts are alright. Go around to the back, it looks pretty believable. They even got that paint sort of changes color with the metallic front, and all the specs are here and all the specs match. What's missing from the box, however, is any sort of IMEI number. And also what's weird with the box is it looks like it's wrapped. Like this, they just put on some white paper to make it look like a white box. In fact, it's just gray underneath. If we take a look at a real Samsung Galaxy S3 box, this is the US variant. I'll pull this off. You can see that certainly there's a shininess right there that this doesn't have, and there's no sort of wrapping on this at all. The back, looks pretty believable. If we bring in the back of the Note 2, you can see that they're pretty close to match. Model numbers all correct, and everything here as well. So as you go ahead and open it up, things get real and things get fake very quick. So here it is, Samsung Galaxy S3, and first blush looking at it, you'd say, hey, that's a Galaxy S3. NFC looks a little bit weird, quad-core Android, Super AMOLED, but it says Samsung right there on it. Let's go ahead and peel this off. And this is where things start to get a little bit on the strange side. So it says Samsung, but it's raised paint. I mean, you could scrape that right off. It's almost like someone just stuck a sticker almost on it. It's not even lined up straight. Look at what Samsung here is supposed to look like. It's not even close. The sensors as well are lined up and higher. These are more right to the side as they're supposed to be. But you might not notice that if you just looked at your new phone real quickly or you weren't that much into technology. If we go around to the back, things here looks pretty good. The back shell feels like a Samsung phone. This is still raised, so that's another sort of red flag. You shouldn't be able to do that at all. But everything else looks pretty believable. Go around to the side. The buttons look the way they're supposed to be. The screen does not feel like a Galaxy S3, but you wouldn't know that if you hadn't used a Galaxy S3. The button here as well is very odd. The way it's supposed to look, it's a little bit smaller than usual, and this bezel is way bigger. The button doesn't even have any sort of clickiness or tactile feel to it. But the big sign that you got taken advantage of lives underneath this back cover. Go ahead and peel this off. Look at that. Anything look weird to you? It's a Sunsang battery. Sunsang and Galaxy S3 SIM sticker stuck right there. This is where things get super fake, and you should be able to tell very quickly if you look at a battery that it says Sunsang on it. The stickers here are totally crooked. That does say Samsung. The battery that they gave us is a 3.8 volt. Let's see if it tells us 21 milliamp hour battery, so that should also tell you. So let's go ahead and turn this sucker on, and let's see what it looks like. Alright, so we've got this guy all powered on. Let me go ahead and show you the first warning sign. That's not the lock screen that you should see when you first power up a Galaxy S3. This is what it should look like. You should get that liquid effect. You just got a standard Android unlock screen here. Alright, so warning sign number one. So they've done some interesting things here. First, they've put the AccuWeather widget, which you can download, which Samsung's Galaxy S3 does come with. You can see that it looks sort of similar to the regular Galaxy S3, but things start to get a little fishier. So things to look for with the fake phone. So first, let's go ahead and go into apps. You can see that things look okay. It's sort of responsive. If you go into widgets, no sort of Samsung widgets here. It's all pretty strict Google. So that should be a first warning sign. The next thing that's super off, aside from everything being just a little bit strange, the haptic feedback on here is so bad you can feel the entire phone make noise when you push it. The screen here is also absolutely atrocious, and aside from the resolution being awful, it's also a smaller screen than the Galaxy S3. If you put those side by side, you can see where the screen starts down there, and where this one starts on the fake one. I mean, the Galaxy S3 is significantly bigger than what it should be. So all things to look for when you buy a phone. Let's go ahead and see what's powering this guy. So I'll go and go into settings, and we'll go to about phone. First, you can see that physics engine is super slow and very weird. For claiming this is a quad-core phone, yeah, I would doubt it. So model number, Android 4.04. Kernel version, root Android #1, that should be a warning sign, and custom build version. All kind of things here are just very, very off with this phone. So things to look for when you're buying a phone to make sure you don't get scammed. First, buy from a site that you trust, an authorized reseller. We get all of our stuff from the folks in Negri Electronics. I trust them. There are a lot of other great places out there to buy phones. Just go from a place you trust. Actually, Negri was the one that sent this phone to us. One of their vendors was trying to pass this off as a real Galaxy S3, and they were the ones that found it. And we found it really interesting and wanted to share it with you guys. So be very careful where you buy. If you see something that looks like a deal and it's too good to be true, chances are it is too good to be true. You're going to end up with a Samsung Galaxy Fest free, whatever they decide to call it. A lot of fakes out there. So if you know what a suggested retail price on a phone is, you should be paying just around that, and only get it from somewhere that you trust. Craigslist is one of those things that you're kind of rolling the dice whether or not you're going to get a real product or not. And I just found it really interesting and kind of fun to look at a very fake Samsung Galaxy S3. Now you just have to wait for the fake Galaxy S3 Mini. Anyway, guys, I'm John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo, and I will see you in the next video.